Hey guys, Sasha from netbooknews.com. We just got back from the Asus headquarters in northern Taipei, and guess what we got? That's the new Asus Transformer Pad Infinity. It's a 10.1-inch Tegra 3 tablet running Android Ice Cream Sandwich, and it comes with a 1080p display. We are going to unbox it right now, and we are also going to compare it to the previous versions of the Transformer.
So here we go. Before we are unboxing the Transformer Pad Infinity, I would just like to give you a little walkthrough of the history of the Transformer Pad, and we're going to start with this little fellow over here on top of it. That's the it was called ePad Transformer TF101 when it came out last year. It's based on the Tegra 2 platform. It originally came out with Android Honeycomb, but it now got upgraded to Ice Cream Sandwich. So this one came to the market, I think it was like $4.99 US or $5.49. It's still available, it's still a fantastic device, and it's kind of the godfather of the whole convertible modular transformer series. Then in December last year, the very first Tegra 3 tablet convertible transformer with Ice Cream Sandwich, also the first Ice Cream Sandwich tablet that came to the market, the Transformer Pad Prime. I think it was called ePad Transformer Prime. Asus is kind of changing the names in between. So that's the one over here. 1280 by 800 is the resolution, and it's actually very similar looking to the Transformer Pad Infinity, and we're going to compare them some later. And then just a couple of weeks ago, we bought this little fella here. That's the Pad Phone Station. It's part of the whole Pad Phone concept. There's also the phone itself, and we also have a docking station, which is actually the one from the Transformer Pad TF101, because that fits, so we then had to buy another one. So over here we are. So this is a docking station, 10.1-inch, 1280 by 800, and over here you're just getting your Pad phone in this little bay. And then, last but not least, that's the one you've been waiting for. That's the Transformer Pad Infinity, Asus' newest edition of the Transformer series. And yeah, let's unbox it. What you will notice that there's no more foil around it. It's made basically because it's a review sample from Asus. We picked it up at the headquarters in northern Taipei, and I've already did an unboxing for our German guys, our German readers. So here's the Infinity. Here is the docking station, which is exactly the same one as the one for the Prime. We have a bunch of manuals here, a cloth, and USB cable, and your PSU. Well, and that's about it. So let's take a quick look at the Infinity, and let me tell you a little bit about the specification. Maybe you want to zoom in here. Hold on a second. Here we go. So as I said already, it's a 10.1-inch display. It's 1920 by 1080 is the resolution. It comes with Tegra 3, 1 GB of RAM. That's a 32 GB version that we have right now. Weighs around 585 grams, so that's slightly lighter than the iPad, the new iPad. And when we're taking a look around it, it almost, looks identical to the Transformer Pad Prime. So let's do this. On the back we have an 8-megapixel camera and a flashlight LED, and we have a 1.3 megapixel camera on the front. Here on the left we have a, wait, the focus is a little bit out of focus here. There we go. There is a micro SD card and a micro HDMI out and a jack for your headset. Yeah. On the bottom we have the connector for your PSU, for the cable, but also for the docking station. And over here is nothing. We have a rocker for the volume and a power button here. And that's about it. Before we're switching it on, I would just like to show you how it compares to the Transformer Pad Prime. Let's just get it in here. Okay. two, and as you can tell, there isn't much of a difference on first sight, but then we can see that it looks slightly different on the back. You can see this change here on the top part of the back of the tablet itself. Besides that, it's the same thickness, kind of looks and feels the same, and as I told you already, the docking station itself is exactly the one from the Prime. They almost have identical serial numbers, so this one comes in with a C10KA on the side, and this is a CN60KA over here. Some differences, look at this. The Transformer Pad Prime has the volume control on the side, while the Infinity has the rocker here on the top of the tablet. In terms of weight, they're identical, and yeah, you can easily mix them up. I was just wondering if Asus is also kind of releasing a non-docking station bundle. Well, then it's not called a bundle anymore, isn't it? So that you can just buy the single transformer if you already have a docking station for a Prime. On the other hand, I'm kind of doubting that you want to upgrade, if you already have a Prime, to an Infinity. This would be really something only for the hardcore users. What about the very first generation? I mean, this one feels really heavy compared to the new ones. Look at this in terms of thickness. Now you can definitely see that Asus came a long way with their Prime and with their Infinities. And last but not least, where's this pet station? Here we go. Here's the pet station. Here's the Infinity. Well, the pet station is, well, of course I'm using it now with the docking station. Maybe we would love to get all the tablets from the docking station. Let me just do this. Okay, here's the Infinity. Opa, that's the very first Prime. Oh gosh, Prime. Yeah, sure, Sasha. That's the ePad Transformer TF101. Of course it is. Here is the Prime. Unfortunately, we don't have the TF300 here, which is the kind of entry-level quad-core tablet from Asus. And here we have the pet station. Okay. Wow. Just started a game over here. Okay, take a look at this. That's the Infinity versus the TF101. Let's get the Prime on top of it. And last but not least, whoa, that's not so easy to handle. There's the pet station. Right. All of them 10.1-inch devices. All of them kind of game changers for this specific category, because there haven't been any Android modular convertible transformers like this around before. So what we would love to do is, I think I would love to show you a little bit more about this amazing display here, because it's really nice. Well, first of all, what you recognize is that the icons itself are very clear and very sharp. You can't see a pixel at all. Okay, let me just switch a couple of things on here. Oh, come on. Here we go. So let's go to this super IPS mode. This is mainly for an outdoor user scenario because it's adding some extra brightness. By the way, this screen is by far brighter than the one from the new iPad. So as I told you already, these icons are very sharp, crystal clear, and it's a beautiful screen. Let's head over to YouTube, and I'm going to show you a 1080p playback. Okay. So I'm just going immediately to the YouTube flash style, because when you're not really running anything 1080p on it, right, just going to an ordinary website, it's kind of downscaling it to a smaller resolution. Okay, let's switch on the 1080p here, because I think it takes a while. I need some more bandwidth here. Let's just hope it's going to buffer it while we're taking a look at this HD wallpaper, where you can definitely see how brilliant this display is. Thank God we are also recording in 1080p, so please, please switch over to 1080p if you haven't done it already. This looks absolutely brilliant. Now, especially this one here. Wow. Okay, that was the pre-buffering. Maybe some more? But at least you can see on the picture how crystal clear the image is. And yeah, all I can tell you, if you're just downloading 1080p files, media, whatever, locally, it's going to look absolutely brilliant. Oh, come on, maybe a little bit more. Not really. Anyways, so that was just one usage case for a 1080p display, because besides that, besides pictures and besides movies, there's nothing much left for the Infinity. Because, for example, if you're playing Shadowgun, there are no games available right now, there are no apps available right now that are taking advantage of this higher resolution of a 1080p display. It all looks pretty much the same. Let's jump right in here. So you can see that this is still running on the same, I guess that's 1280 by 800 resolution, which is at least more than 720p and still a fantastic resolution. And the graphics effects are fantastic because of the Tegra 3 device and all these graphic functionalities sports. Now look at all the lightnings and lens flares. Shoot, a bunch of. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's die. You see this all is running at a perfect frame rate. Should be like 50, 60 frames. So there's enough performance in this Tegra 3 SoC of the Infinity to run even these very complex third-person shooters like Shadowgun. But that's not a 1080p resolution. Anyways, these are my first impressions of the new Asus Transformer Pad Infinity with a 1080p display. If you're asking me right now if you should upgrade when you already, oh, here we go, less than 4%, so that's a perfect timing. If you should actually upgrade if you already have an Infinity, my answer would be no, absolutely not. Just wait. You don't really need the 1080p display right now. If you're maybe a professional photographer and you want to have high resolution pictures on there, and if you love to watch 1080p or HD content while you're on an airplane or on a train or whatnot, you might want to consider the Infinity. But there's also the Acer A700 around, even though that this display is a lot brighter than the one on the A700. It's a fantastic tablet. I'm not sure if it's worth it to pay this extra price of, I don't know, it's like $200 or $300 more than a TF300, which would be my recommendation right now. So, first impression of the Infinity on the unboxing and whatnot, definitely coming back to you guys with a comparison, the Prime and the older Tegra 2, the TF101, and maybe even the Pad phone. I'm Sascha from netbooknews.com. Thanks for watching.